Aberystwyth, Amour, The Play by Malcolm Price, Episode 8. The story so far. The Evans the boot case had had many casualties. Bianca has been murdered. Louis has been accused of a murder. And Mrs. Llantrisant has been exposed as the legendary special combat exponent from the Patagonian War, Gweno Guevara. Inspector Llinos has been arrested and the Druids run the town now. To make matters worse, the Lancaster bomber has been stolen and Herod Jenkins has found Louis. The town jail is packed at the moment. Are you out of your mind?
That's what it says in the essay.
What, they're going to bomb the dam?
Shh, you'll wake Cadwallader. That's how they're going to float the Ark. Bomb the dam and let the water do the job. You've seen the movie Dam Busters. They've even got the same plane.
Well, I can't believe it.
Brainbox thought of it all. Build an Ark and take the people back to Kentra for Gwaelod. But how do you float an Ark? You need a deluge. So he came up with a plan to supply one. Take that old Lancaster bomber from outside the museum, reunite the old bomber crew of Herod Jenkins and Mrs. Llantrisant, and bomb the dam above the town at Amour.
Do you think it'll work?
I don't know. If they get the plane to take off, they can probably do it. I mean, with things like that, Brainbox is pretty good. Making the bombs would be a piece of cake for him and the rest. Getting the right flight approach and trajectory and all, that's just mathematics. 11:37.
Do you think the water will come this way?
Where else can it go?
Well, there's a lot of water behind that dam.
The essay said 8 cubic kilometers.
How much is that?
A lot.
Well, what do you think it'll do to Aberystwyth?
Imagine the water is a rugby boot, and Aberystwyth is your testicles.
Lawyer's visit for Louis Knight.
Please come in. Sit down. Smoke?
No thanks.
Oh, neither do I. Beastly habit. Still, I didn't quite know what else to take a man in prison. Do you know who I am?
I know you're no lawyer.
There's no reason why you should. We've never been introduced.
You die Brainbox, come back from the dead.
Not dead. Just hiding. Oh, you should get a good view of the Ark from your cell. 8 cubic kilometres of water. I calculate it will take about 20 minutes to reach Aberystwyth. A very respectable effort for one's first deluge, don't you think?
It will destroy everything.
No great loss to architecture.
What about the loss of life?
Well, to tell you the truth, my original scheme called for the town to be evacuated, but Lovespoon said no. Let them perish.
Why does he want to kill you? I thought he loved your scheme.
Oh, he did. He loved the idea of being the new ruler of Cantra for Gwaelod. I was the apple of his eye. The mistake I made was to reunite the old bomber crew from Patagonia. We needed people who could be trusted, you see. Reliable people who wouldn't blab. Herod Jenkins was the pilot, and this woman, Gweno Guevara, was the co-pilot and bombardier. I had to find her. That's why I spent so much time in the museum, in the archives. When I found out it was Mrs. Llantrisant, I was amazed. That daft, weather-obsessed step-swabbing moron.
And then you found out Rio Kariag was a military disaster.
No, I already knew that. I found out something far worse. Something that spelled death to the whole project. The land reclamation, the beautiful boat, the whole exodus kaput. Lovespoon is English.
Oh,
He's really a chap called Frobisher from Slough, a mercenary. The real Lovespoon died during the retreat from Rhea Ceiriog. Frobisher stole his identity. Lovespoon had money, you see, so they all killed him for it. Gwenagavara and Harold were part of it. Well, imagine how I felt as soon as I discovered that I was a dead man walking. So I made plans to escape to Patagonia. Myfanwy's on her way there now to start a new job. I arranged that too, of course.
Myfanwy doesn't love you.
Of course she doesn't. She loves you. That's why I'm sparing you. I would hate to see her upset again like last Patagonia day. It would spoil everything if she spent the whole time in Patagonia crying. She will never love me, I know. I don't expect her to. But when she sings in the hotel lobby, well, she won't have to do those other beastly things the girls in the Moulin do. She might be happy. And if she is, then I will be too.
You really are quite mad.
I don't expect you to understand. How could you? Healthy, strong, good-looking. You can never understand what it's like to be a boy like me. Myfanwy would go to Patagonia with you at the drop of a hat.
Still don't understand how we missed each other at the railway station.
Maybe she wasn't at the railway station. Maybe she was at the cliff railway station.
Why on earth would she go there? You sent her there.
I couldn't bear to live in an Aberystwyth without Myfanwy. I must be off now. I would offer to shake your hand, but, well, enjoy the show.
Is it really necessary to destroy Aberystwyth?
Oh, don't worry. They'll build another.
It's all right. We've got a plan.
Really?
Yeah, we get out of here, then split into two. You head for the aerodrome, sneak aboard the plane and cripple it. Me and Cadwallader will go to town and evacuate the people. Now, if we commandeer the Cliff Railway, we should be able to get them to higher ground.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. It's a bit hazy on the getting out of here part.
Yeah, well, Cadwallader says he knows a way.
Getting out of prison is not difficult. The hard part is getting in.
Why would you want to get in?
For the food?
Let's imagine you weren't partial to the food. How would you get out?
Providence.
Providence?
When all hope seems lost, that's when Providence steps in. She will send her handmaiden to deliver us.
Are you sure?
I guarantee it. Listen.
No, it's not working.
Maybe her handmaiden took the night off.
So much for Providence.
I'm as puzzled as you are. I can only explain it by surmising that you have not yet reached the darkest hour.
You'll be sure to let us know when we get there.
I won't need to. At that moment when you think your heart can take no more and your quest is over, you will hear the footsteps of Providence's handmaiden.
That's what I feel like now.
Hark! Did you hear that?
Calamity!
Louis!
Yeah. This girl says the druids are gonna knock down my clock with a bloody big wave over my dead body.
Providence!
You have a 20-second window between each searchlight sweep.
I'm ready.
I just want to say, I know I goofed up a bit.
Are you crazy? Goofed up? You were amazing. You solved it on your own. I mean, how did you work it all out?
Third rule of being a private eye.
Shoe leather.
No, that's a second. The third was, don't ask what's the answer. Ask what's the right question.
What was the right question?
Not how do you get the ark to the sea, but how do you get the sea to the ark? This is it.
Yes.
If we don't meet again, I just...
Don't. We will.
Louis, you're the...
So are you.
Go, Louis! My God. He's got in the plane.
Louis Knight. I might have known.
Maintaining altitude.
The game's over, Mr. Jenkins.
I don't think so.
The end of the line.
For you, perhaps. I hope you brought a parachute.
Put the cricket bat down, Mr. Jenkins.
Come on then. It's here. All you have to do is take... Oh, no! What the... Where is it? Oh, you have it now, boy. Bet you wished you'd paid more attention in my lessons now.
2 minutes, Mr. Jenkins.
I'll be right with you. Come on then, son. Want to rumble, do you?
There are many defining moments in a life. In all our lives. There's the day we discover our parents lied about Father Christmas, or the moment we realize our father didn't really drive a tank in the war, nor play for Manchester United.
Come on then, son. Do you want some?
And then there is that other final Oedipal Rubicon. The day a boy faces down his games teacher.
Come on, son. Think you can take me, do you?
Like the commando officer who makes it a point of principle to be harder than any of the younger men in his outfit, so the games teacher never relinquishes the belief that he can beat up any of his former pupils. Even after 20 years, he still thought that I was a...
Mummy's boy! Show us what you're made of.
Move out of the way, Mr. Jenkins.
Why don't you make me?
If I have to, I will.
You won't do it.
By God, I will!
You never forgave me for Marty, did you? All these years, you and the rest of them. How do you think I felt? Did you ever stop to consider that?
It was your fault!
50 seconds.
The inquiry didn't think so. That note from his ma was a fake. He wrote it himself.
So what?
He was fit to run.
Because he forged the note, he had TB.
There have to be rules, boy.
Bollocks!
Oh, good shot, boy!
6 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second.
No!
Go.
Not the release
Go.
lever!
Go!
No trace of the Ark was ever found, apart from a few bits and pieces washed up in Ireland. Love Spoon hasn't been seen since, and the cops are looking for him on 5 continents. As for Calamity, she's my partner now. She used to be one heck of a scallywag, but you should see her these days. She's turning into a fine detective. I know what you're thinking. You look at the place, sparkling in the morning sun, the dramatic new esplanade, the daring new ice cream kiosk that won the architectural prize, and you think they dropped a bomb then. I guess old Louis Knight was just half a second too late to save the town. It sure looks like that, doesn't it? But you know, I'm really not so sure. Sometimes, when I look back, I think I got there right in the nick of time. Mrs. Llantrisant's hand landed on the bomb release lever, and so did mine, at exactly the same moment. It could have gone either way. The question is, did I really try hard enough to stop it? Because it's funny. In that precise moment when our hands met, I saw a strange vision. I saw the old town with its cargo of gangsters and crooks, rotten like a piece of old fruit. And then I saw those beautiful, cleansing waters passing over the town like Mrs. Llantrisant's mop. And in that tiny fraction of a second, I realized it was all down to me to decide whether or not to save the town. And I thought, fuck it, and let the bomb drop. Maybe that's how it was. I guess we'll never know for sure. What? Mrs. Llantrisant? Oh, yeah, she's still around. She spends her days now swabbing the steps of the penitentiary. I don't visit, but I send her food parcels. She even sent me a curt note of thanks last week, so I guess she must be reforming. It came in the same post as another letter. A postcard, actually. It's from Mavanoy. Dear Louis,
I'm sorry I haven't written. I've been having too much fun. Singing and dancing every night. Yeah, it's a real ball. The hotel is quite small, but nice. Nueva Aberystwyth is an interesting town. I'm so glad I came. Wish you were here. Mavanoy.
Sounds like she's happy. Damn. I'll be off now. I think I might just open that lucky stick of rock. Maybe I do want to go to Patagonia.
You have been listening to Aberystwyth Mon Amour, the play, by Malcolm Price. Calamity and Die Brainbox were played by Catrin Mayhew, Mavanoy Montez and Pickle by Llinos Daniel. The prison warder, Doris Pugh and Bianca, were non-half, and Mrs. Llantrisant, Ma Brainbox and Valentine were played by Sonia Beck. Louis Knight was played by Matt Addis. Inspector Llinos and Saucepan by Philip Harris. Corporal Cadwallader, Eeyore and the Welk Vendor by Adrian Metcalf. And Iolo Davis and Herod Jenkins were played by David Prince. It was directed by Abigail Anderson and the music was composed by Paula Gardner. Aberystwyth Mon Amour was produced by Tony Davis of South Wales Audio.